What's up, guys? I don't think anybody's watching right now. I haven't even put out the link yet. I always do this, and then I end up passing out links at the beginning of the stream because I don't give a shit. Let's see. Let me get this. Let me get this link. I was in a Tears for Fears mood today. I was listening to a lot of their songs. I got a lot of good songs. Okay. Here's my link. Twitter? Yeah, post it on Twitter. More Breath of the Wild. I don't know if anybody's actually enjoying me watching me playing me playing this game. Anyways, I don't really care. Anyway. Okay, that's there, and then put it in the Discord. Watch me bleed, bleed forever. Alright, let's get on this. I got the chat open. Hey, what's up, Grant? And Zorant. Things are alright. A little tired. I didn't get much sleep last night, but I had to work really early in the morning, but it's alright. I took a little nap after work. I walked the dog, and not too tired now, but I kind of feel it, but not too bad. Alright, let's get underway. Oh, not getting any desktop audio? Oh yeah, I don't have anybody on desktop audio. As usual, I am in the AIU Discord. If anybody wants to jump in that's in there and wants to chat, feel free. But for now, I'm gonna run through this. Oh yeah, I remember this last time I was getting killed by this thing, but I'm gonna catch it now. So I'm safe. Probably a little ahead of where I should be. This guy's a little stronger. I can probably handle. Oh. Damn, I'm not doing any damage on this fucking. Yeah, I should use. Oh, fuck. That was dumb. I did! Yeah, I don't think I'm supposed to be fighting this guy yet. Maybe I should leave and come back later when I have better stuff. I mean, I probably could beat him, but I'd probably die a couple times trying to. So it's probably better. I'm probably better off not coming back later when I have better stuff. What's up, Gary? Booty, booty, doo, doo, watch me bleed. Bleed forever. Look at those beautiful mountains. That's nice. It's so nice. Alright, they need me to go here. I should probably just go there. Gotta know this game. On my other account on this game, I got to, oh, look at that. Let's go there. There's 900 Korok seeds in this game to collect. It actually takes forever. This map is huge, so like it takes forever to find them. They're all hidden. But I've been collecting them since this game came out on my first account, and now I just need 2 more. But it's such a pain in the ass to find those last 2. Where the fuck could they possibly be? That's gonna be a while, but I might record that maybe. I think maybe people will be interested in seeing me do that in a completion type thing. Oh, I don't have anything for that, do I? Yes, I do. Let's get What's in here? Arrows. Well, I can't say getting arrows is ever bad, since you can run out of them. It's always good to keep a good stock of arrows. For later. Oh, crabbies. Razor claw crab. Oh shit. Take that, Korok leaf. Oh, I can't hold any. Well, I'll be back to that. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, I thought that was gonna hit me. I was like, oh, holy shit, you fuck. Crazy aim.
What up, Alf?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Back
Saw
to
your
this.
stream.
Alright, I got my co-host back.
Yeah, I missed him for a while, so got a dentist appointment in like an hour or 2, so fucking I'll hang around for a little bit.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, yeah, I haven't missed any because I haven't really been playing lately. It's like the first time I've had it in a bit.
Well, I mean, frankly, Alf, you probably shouldn't stream anymore because Pod Awful is going to destroy you, okay? He's going to destroy you, he's going to destroy Devin, he's going to destroy everybody. Might as well,
Oh my
might as well
god,
not
yeah.
even stream anymore, man.
He's even sent his fans after me now. The last
Right?
the last premiere I
Dude, I saw
had to ban
that
a few
fucking
people.
comment.
Yeah,
It's like, what
I
the
had to
fuck?
ban a few people, and then I got a few I got a few in the comments. I banned those people. I was like, ah.
Devin, we're making you pay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, you're gonna make you pay, we're gonna make Devin pay. And he's like, nobody's paying, dude. You're just being slightly obnoxious. That's it.
Yeah.
You're just a slight nuisance.
Internet tough guy. We're gonna
Yeah.
make Devin fucking pay
Yeah.
for messing with our boy Pod Awful.
Ugh. You know, what's the...
Never talk shit.
What makes me laugh the most about people like that is that he tries so hard to make a living off of what he's doing, but he's a magnificent failure at it.
Yeah.
But, like, if you weren't a failure at it, you wouldn't care that people used your stuff, right? But he is such a failure at it that people use it, and he's like, ugh, I make money off this, you're taking money from me. And it's like, yeah, that's because you suck at what you do.
Well, that's exactly right. That like he's doing a concept that has been done to death on YouTube at this point, right? You know, like Drunken Peasants. You know, a bunch of different shows have been there, man. You know, and obviously there is a market for that. You know, I'm not going to say there isn't, but I mean, you know, you got to at least add something interesting. You got to have interesting co-hosts or something, right? You got to have good banter. And that dude has nothing going for him besides the fact that he looks like a fucking dollar store Ozzy Osbourne. You know, like that's the best thing he's got. So. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. These guys keep kicking my ass, but I think I'm fighting these guys too early.
The major ones?
Oh.
So I just finished all the shrines in my master mode playthrough.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Dude, on my first run, I'm down to 2 Korok seeds left. I can't find them,
shit.
though. They're so tough to find because the map's so huge. And I pull up on the internet a map of all the Korok seeds, but there's so many to look through that I can't... You know, the one you're missing gets lost in what you're looking for.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like,
There's
fuck,
just so
where is
many.
it? Yeah, I've been scouring the map over and over again. I can't find those last 2. Fuck.
Yeah, I think my first playthrough, the non-master mode one, I got like something like almost 400 Korok seeds, but I pretty much like left it at that and was like, you know, I've got enough inventory spaces, like, because I think after a certain amount, he like stops giving you spaces, right? He doesn't even give you anything, right?
Yeah, I think it's.
And then eventually gives you the turd or whatever.
I think you could spend up to 450 Korok seeds on him, and then there's nothing else.
Okay, yeah, and then there's nothing else after that, so it's just like all for fun.
Just for completion's sake.
Yeah. They are still really satisfying. Like, it's fun to do that when you're out in the, you know, especially if you're just playing a save where you're just dicking around. It's the perfect thing to do, but, you know, yeah, I don't know. I feel like they should have either let you keep expanding your inventory or something, because, like, when I hit that point, I was just like, yeah, fuck this, you know, I'm not gonna do it for no reward except for a turd at the end, you know?
Oh, he fucking killed me again. Yeah, I gotta stop fighting these guys. They just keep killing me. I can't do any damage on them. I need to find stronger weapons and come back.
Yeah, you've only got, like, what, a sledgehammer is your best
weapon? Yeah, I was using a sledgehammer.
Damn. Yeah, it's probably not going to help you on these major
beats. No, and my next strongest swords are only, like, 5 points stronger. They're not going to do much.
You probably don't have, like, any bomb arrows, too, right?
Yeah, I do have bomb arrows, but not many. Not enough.
Yeah.
I think the ones that hurt them the most are their own kind of arrows, right? Those tech arrows.
Yeah, well, yeah, the ancient ones. Those just destroy them in one hit, I think, right?
Yeah, I don't have any of those.
Or I don't know if they destroy these in one hit. I know they destroy a lot of shit.
Yeah, they do some serious damage. Yeah. Where's that go? What? What's this? Get another corpse. Oh fuck! I ran all my fucking stamina dropped.
Yeah, with 4 hearts, you could probably do the mid-tier test of strength now, like if you come across those. But yeah, I'd kind of avoid the major ones for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
I usually don't do those until I got like 10 hearts or something like that.
Yeah, they kill me.
It's like you said, the weapons are what's most important. If you're not able to do any damage to them, there's no point, right?
Yeah, they kill me in one hit too, so that's shit. At least if I can get it, or I can get hit a few times with them. Alright.
The wrong picture. I'm gonna screen cap this. They fucking. I saw this article about David Lynch getting like an honorary Oscar or something like that. And the picture that they had for him was like the weirdest picture I've ever fucking seen of David Lynch in my life. It looks really strange, yeah. Yeah, there it is. Hold up. Cap this shit for me just for.
Alright, got that corpse. I like when you just find a large body of water and you put on that, you put the magnet thing on, and you start seeing the little glowy treasure chests.
Oh, yeah.
There they are. I just see two.
Yeah, just look at his hair in this picture. I just posted it.
I was like, this.
It looks like some flock of seagulls.
Oh, yeah, what's up with that? Yeah, man. I've been seeing him with his hair like that lately. I saw another picture. It's probably from the same event or something. I saw another picture.
Yeah, it's like an interview or something, yeah.
Yeah, I saw someone tweet one like a day ago or something, and his hair looked crazy. I was like,
what is going on?
Yeah, why is he doing the Ancient Aliens guy haircut?
Yeah, dude, he's totally going that same way. All popped out and shit.
As I remember when I first started watching that show, that dude's hair kept getting worse and worse, and I was like, does he have like a convertible he drives to work or something? Maybe he does his hair, and then he drives a convertible to work, and it blows his hair up.
Fucks it up every day.
Yeah, and it just fucks it up. It keeps getting worse and worse and shit. Like, what the fuck? Hey, Coop, how the hell are you? Who's Coop?
God, that sounds so familiar.
It does, but I don't know what for. Deleting his cryptic messages.
Oh, right, it's from fucking basketball.
Oh, you're right. Oh, basketball. I have that on DVD too.
That's such an underrated comedy.
It is. It's good. I like Orgasmo
Squeak,
a little better,
aka
though.
Little Bitch
Squeak,
Scolari.
yeah, Little Bitch.
If you guys call me that like 13 or 14 more
13 more
times, I'm
times,
getting
I'm
out
out.
of here.
I forgot what he says. He says like something. Well, why they call him that? He says something first, and then he says, "And you look like a bitch."
And you look like a bitch. Yeah, exactly.
There was Orgasmo was better though. I find that.
Oh,
funny.
Orgasmo is pretty fucking funny, yeah.
I remember when that first came out, it was rare to get that on DVD.
You ever seen what's that fucking western that they did?
Cannibal the Musical?
Yes, Cannibal the Musical.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, dude, that movie is so funny.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't keep making. Why they didn't keep making movies. I guess they didn't make that.
Yeah, I think the last movie they made at this point was Team America, right?
Yeah, Team America. Yeah.
Wow.
All of their movies have been funny as fuck. I don't know why.
Exactly. Like cult, classics, pretty much every one of them.
Yeah, even Team America was really good.
Oh yeah. I think Team America is probably the most popular one at this point. I mean, America fuck yeah is pretty much like a common euphemism at this point.
Yeah, it's true. It's entered our common lexicon. Oh shit, oh yeah. Oh fuck. I'm gonna have to take this boat to get out of here. Which means I gotta drop a weapon. What am I dropping? Probably the sledgehammer. Yeah. I got the leaf. Now I can take this fucking raft around. It's like at a certain point of this game, you just don't ever need a raft again.
Oh yeah, I think I've used them like once or twice in 3 different playthroughs of this game.
Yeah, it's odd to use.
Most of the time, just for fun, for like, oh, I might as well use it. It's here,
Yeah, it's odd to be at this early stage of the game. Be like, oh fuck, I gotta use it, but like, fucking shit.
Well, most of the time, you need a Korok leaf to use it, and unless you like have the inventory space, then you're not gonna want to pick it up. That's where I'm at most of the time. Got some sword I don't want to drop.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Now I was like, I gotta drop a weapon, I guess.
Yeah, for a leaf, it's like, fuck this.
Which is pretty useless, other than using this.
Exactly. I think there's one shrine that you use the leaf in for like a wind puzzle, and outside of that, you never use them elsewhere in the game, unless you want to just have fun with them and shit.
Hey, if you use it against an enemy, they go flying, right? And then they push them back.
Yeah, they definitely get pushed back quite a bit. I think the one that they go flying is that hammer thing that you can buy from the fucking.
Oh yeah. I just broke one of those in my other game. I kept using it to on those, like the Korok seed ones you have to get by freezing a rock and then hitting it till it goes flying.
Oh yeah, those are perfect for that.
Yeah, I was using that and I ended up breaking it.
That's funny. I've never even thought to use those hammers for that. I usually just use them for the lulls.
Oh shit, I'm going crazy fast on this raft. I don't think I've ever gone this fast on this. Good wind. It's a good wind today for sailing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Raft's going fast.
Yeah, right? I was like, shit, I don't think I've ever gotten to
cruising.
I'm in a killing mood. I'm gonna kill whoever's in that treehouse over here. Let's go find some bokoblins. Bokoblin hunter. Or Goblin Slayer? You ever watch that anime Goblin Slayer?
Nah.
Nah.
I don't think I've heard of that one. It's an anime?
Not bad, yeah. It's kind of recent. It got a lot of people bitching about it. Because there's like...
Why is that?
Well, because there's like rape and stuff in it. And, how people don't like rape. And it's like, yeah, well, that's kind of the point. There's monsters. The goblins are like monsters and they rape them. They rape them.
Rape is not okay. Yeah. In any situation. A joke, a play, a drama, it's not gonna work.
A villainous person, right?
Dude, I remember when, what was it, that scene happened with Sansa, you know, a few years ago in the fucking Game of Thrones, and everybody flipped their fucking shit about it. And it's like, man, in the fucking books, it is so much worse than what they just showed. You don't even fucking know.
And it's like, why are they flipping out about it? They don't realize that Bolton's a fucking evil fuck. Like, look what
so terrible.
What he did to what's
Tariq,
to Theon was so much worse than any rape or anything. Like, there was so much worse than rape.
That's another one that's way worse in the books, man. It's like, you know, you think it's dehumanizing in the show, like, man, it is like, it's like totally evil, man, in the fucking books. It's so bad. The dude they got to play him was so good in Game of Thrones.
Ooh,
Who is it?
Play Bolton?
Yeah, the torture. Yeah, Bolton. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he was, man. He just has a face of an asshole.
He looks like a scheming motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, this guy's totally a dick. You can just see it in his face. Yeah, he was good. He did a good job.
I have to figure out where did Jack like get this pamphlet somewhere? Like, what is
pamphlet? Falun Dafa.
Oh, that's funny. I forgot my name was.
Yeah, pamphlet. An ancient practice to improve mind and body. Falun Dafa.
But then the one on the right is like prisoners of conscience killed on demand for their organs. It's like, man, things escalated really quickly here, you know, between the first pamphlet and the second pamphlet.
I guess there was no goblins here. It's just an empty treehouse. Alright. Blow up some barrels and see what I get. What's that? Some arrows. Food is everywhere in this game. There's arrows that you need. That's bullshit.
That's some bullshit, man.
Yeah, that's some bullshit, man.
That is fucking stupid. I just saw you get to the top of that.
Yeah, there's nothing there. It's just some, like, 2 barrels.
What's the point?
Yeah, I came over here for nothing. I was looking for some fights. Ooh, this weekend's a huge UFC fight. Well, a huge UFC event. It's gonna be big.
Well, let's see if I'll be watching it. Is there a Stanley Cup game on that day? Because that's right. That's why I haven't been on a lot the past few nights, man. I'll be watching the Blues. What is that? Oh yeah, Sunday. So the fights are on Saturday, right?
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, I should be able to watch those if I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really good one. A lot of good fights going on. We got 2 main events, and then not a main event, which is weird, is what's his name? Cowboy and Tony Ferguson fighting.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great one.
Cowboys fighting, huh?
Yeah, Cowboy's good and Tony's good. You know, they're both gonna have an excellent fight, I'm sure. I don't see Cowboy winning that, but who knows? You never know.
January or June.
And Cejudo versus Moraes.
Yeah, Cerrone versus Ferguson.
Oh yeah, but it's weird because that's not even a main event or a championship fight.
Yeah, it's the 3rd fight.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Or the third from the top fight.
Especially since Ferguson's basically like champ material. They just announced Khabib setting up for a fight against Poirier. Dustin Poirier. I think that's in September.
So the main one is Cejudo versus Moraes?
Oh, Cejudo.
Heard of Moraes before, I feel like, right?
Yeah, they're both pretty good. But,
I like this second fight, too. This Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Ai.
Ooh, that's going to be good, too. Yeah, there's a lot of good matches coming up for this. That's going to be a huge UFC.
They've had a lot of good women fights in the past few that I've been watching, man.
Oh, yeah, the women been kicking ass.
Yeah, dude.
It's that certain weight class, too. I think it's strawweight.
I'm still butthurt about that fight a few weeks ago with, who was it that fucking went down? Totally shouldn't have gone down. Nama Yunus was beating ass the whole time.
She outboxed her for like a round and a half, and the girl just got one slam that ends it. Like, fuck. Yep.
Looking fucking ditch. There's got to be a rematch for that fight. You would hope one day.
There will be. Nama Yunus will probably take a little break for a while, and then she'll come back.
That other chick's gonna be really reluctant to take it too, because she knows she got her ass beat.
Yeah, she knows she'll lose if she, if she doesn't get that slam again. But I mean, she'll be ready for it this time. That was a bad mistake. She held on when the girl went to, you know, picked her up and she held on in the same position trying to keep the hold on her, but
Yeah.
that's what made her land on her neck all fucked up, because if she, you know, if she let go, she would have been able to control how she landed. But she didn't. She just got slammed the way she was already holding on. It's like, yeah, that's a mistake. You gotta learn that. Not to do that. It worked the first time because she went to slam her the first time and didn't do anything. She got to keep the hold on the second time, which just fucked her up. Okay, what was I doing? This is what happens in this game. You just start fucking around.
Exploring.
Exploring, picking shit up.
Hey, grabbing Korok seeds is never a bad thing.
Nah.
The more inventory space you got, better.
Yeah, I need more stamina. This climbing shit isn't working out for me. And I've been playing my other account too, which, you know, has the stamina totally full, so I'm like fucking flying.
Yeah, so you're used to being able to do all this shit.
Yeah, I'm flying up mountains in that one. This one's like I could barely climb for long. Oh, I'm entering a cold area, I think. Almost right.
Yeah, I just started doing the DLC the other day, and that shit is hard. Some of it.
Yeah. That's probably. I should
One
probably
thing
get
you have
that.
to use like a one-hit like kill weapon, like it kills everything in one hit, but it runs out of power after 2 hits, and you are on a quarter heart the entire time. So like you will get killed in a hit, and you'll kill anything in a hit, but you also have to recharge the thing. So like, I was looking up strategies for how to do it because in master mode it's even fucking harder to kill these fucking things, and you know, at least without the one-hit thing even. Because it runs out, you know, and I was trying to look up some strategy to do it. Somebody was like, I just bought a shitload of ancient arrows and just, you know, teleported everything out, because you know, you shoot an ancient arrow at something, it disappears, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, that's not a bad idea, so I went and bought like 60 ancient arrows, and I'm gonna do that shit today, so like actually go through and, you know, to kind of just cheese the whole thing, so I can get this fucking done. So I pretty much, like, I did all the... I'm not going to do all the Koroks and fucking Master because I already did a bunch of those in my own save. But I am going to do the DLC, and then once I'm done with the DLC, I'm going to get in and probably set this game down for like a few years. That's my 3rd playthrough. Yeah, again, I'll probably pick it up occasionally to dick around, because this game is really fun to, like, if you're like bringing your shit around handheld or something. Just pick it up, run around, kill some shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was going on my old account and just like I have like everything basically, but just roaming around is so much fun. Oh, look at all these deer! Kill them all! Nah, it was like 3 deer altogether.
Just like one bomb arrow, you know,
yeah, that's all I would have needed, and I would have gotten some cooked meat already, too.
So much for Bambi, dude.
Cooked meat. See, Blossom was in the chat, I wasn't paying attention. But I tagged her in here and said if she wants to join us. To feel
nice.
Free. We're not MGTOW, you can join us. We're not MGTOW for now.
Yeah, yet.
Spider-Man's coming out soon, right?
Oh yeah, shit, when is that coming out?
I thought it was this month, but not this month.
I think it's like this week, yeah, I think you're right about that.
Maybe the 7th?
I think so. It's already out. It's July 2nd.
Oh,
yeah,
already,
so 2 days ago.
No, we're in June 2nd.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, excuse me. Wait, why am I showing... Oh, okay, that's what confused me. It's showing showtimes for July 2nd.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's happened to me before, and I've just been, I think it's out already, and I'm like, oh, let's go see it. And it's like, oh, wait, this says next month.
Yeah.
Oh, a month to go. I want to see it. I heard they've been saying a lot of stuff. There's a lot of Easter eggs and hints to where Spider-Man and the Marvel Universe is going to be going in this movie.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too about, like, I guess, you know, they're saying Mysterio is, like, from the multiverse or something like that, and, like, what kind of implications is that going to have, yeah.
I've seen two rumors. They're saying that, and the other rumor is that he was trained by Loki or something. I was like, wow, trained by Loki?
Yeah, that could be true.
That's kind of weird.
I actually ought to send you this video. I saw this really good theory about, like, what happened to Loki from this dude on YouTube the other day, and it actually made a lot of sense, more than any theory I had about it, so I'll just send that to you, because it was made a lot of sense. It was basically like Loki could have made doubles of himself and, like, switched himself out at different points in time and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Makes a lot of sense.
Also, a lot of people are saying that he died in Infinity War, and I was like, nah.
There's no way. If you watch that scene, he literally said, like, the last fucking thing that he says is, you know, to Thor is like, the sun will shine on us again one day. Yeah. You know? It's like, it's a very cryptic fucking line to have him say before he dies, you know?
You're talking about the god of, like, lies and mischief.
Yeah. And then he just goes for this, like, dagger move against Thanos, like, that's gonna fucking work? Yeah. Bullshit, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't.
And then, of course, you know, another thing, too, is that, like, a few months after Infinity War, we get this news that Disney Plus is going to have a Loki show, right? Yeah. Well, when the fuck is that going to take place, right? Oh, it's just going to be before Infinity War. Yeah,
it could be a
bullshit.
It could be an origin story or a prequel, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, who cares, you know? I would hate to see that, because we know that Tom Hiddleston is going to be in it, right? So, I mean, like, I guess if they did an origin story, it'd be like him younger. I mean, that would suck. Yeah, I would not want to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need that anyway.
See, what I want to see is the period of time in between, I think it's like 2015 in that universe and 2018, when, like, he was on the throne, you know, and, like, having all the plays and shit like that, and then he could have been, like, teleporting to all these different places and going to different worlds and shit, and then, of course, you know, what happened, you know, another thing I'd love to see is what happened, you know, when we see him before Ragnarok, right? He's been on that planet for a long time, doing a bunch of shit. I'd love to see some of that, you know, his debauchery with fucking, you know, Jeff Goldblum or something like that. You know, I'd love to see that. But there's all kinds of shit they can do with Loki, and he's definitely not gone. There's no fucking way that they just shit-can Tom Hiddleston out of nowhere.
I'm not paying attention to anything. I got messages from Yummy, too. Oh, she's busy. I was like, I'm streaming right now. You should come check it out. She's like, oh, I need to learn it. She's nice though. She's a cool person. She plays that, I watch her play it, but she plays that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links game. It's like a card game.
Oh, dude, I used to play that on the phone, yeah.
Oh, man, I watch her play it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't understand what's going on.
I got kind of bored of it after a while, but yeah, I mean, if you knew the card game back in the day, you know, it's kind of cool to be able to collect shit, you know. If you don't spend any money on it, I know there's a shitload of people who just, like, you know, like any mobile game, just throw money into Duel Links, and it's like, you pretty much have, like, a bunch of, you know, electronic cards. You don't have a real collection, you know, like, this game is only going to be around for so long. You're pretty much wasting your money.
Well, in the end, she's kind of doing it for a living, so she's doing good.
Is she actually making money off of it?
Yeah, she's got a lot of followers. Like, for,
damn, bro.
You know, for someone who just started recently, because she hasn't been doing it for that long, but she just started recently.
She's on YouTube?
I started watching her. No, on Twitch.
No, okay.
And, what's her, yeah, she's got, like, over 2,000 followers, and every stream's got, like, you know, like, over 100 people watching and shit.
What's her Twitch channel?
Yummy Bakura. Like yummy, like delicious.
Yeah, it came up right away as I was typing it in. Damn.
Yeah, she gets a lot of credit. She gets some props.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She does well. I mean, it helps to be a cute chick. That always helps.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna help.
A cute Asian chick, that always helps nowadays.
Yeah, I'm sure dudes will toss a lot of money at a cute girl playing Yu-Gi-Oh, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, she's cute. Yeah, she's playing like the PC version of this game. I totally forgot about that. I gotta do that because I still have an account out there somewhere, but I'm way behind.
It's free on Steam. I downloaded it to try it out and I played it a little bit, but I didn't get too into it. maybe I'll try it some more.
Yeah, pretty much if you didn't grow up with the card game,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
it's
gonna
hard.
know shit. It's like Magic, right? Like, I did not, like, I had friends who played Magic, but I personally didn't play Magic. So, like, when I look at the cards, they look cool, right? And I can understand what's going on, but I don't know how to play it in any way, you know?
Like, I like the
you gotta make a
pictures.
deck. But with Yu-Gi-Oh, I watched so much of that show when I was a kid that, like, I definitely know, like, what's good and what's not. Now, when it comes to, like, the new shit, though, that's kind of where I got off with Duel Links, is that there's all these new cards that, like, I'm not familiar with at all, right? And, you know, all this new shit from, like, the newer anime seasons and shit that make no sense to me, and there's, like, these XYZ monsters and shit that make no fucking sense to me, all of this weird shit. So, like, I kind of just dropped out of it because it was like, oh, now they're introducing all these new cards that are from the newer generation that I'm just not even going to know how to use, you know?
Hi, everybody.
There she is.
Hello.
Hello.
I was
How are
just watching somebody on Twitch. They just ended the
Nice.
stream, so now I am here.
Now you're here. Yeah, we're just goofing around. playing this
So
game.
this is Breath of the Wild.
Yes. Yes.
I really like the graphics. I haven't
yeah.
played this one.
Oh, this game is beautiful. I love the look of it.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Definitely the
aesthetic.
most beautiful Zelda game yet, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, yeah, it's gorgeous.
I can't wait to see what comes next after this. Like, if you set the bar this high, like, what is
yeah,
the next
where are
one
they
going to
gonna
be
go
like?
next? They gotta keep it high. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's Zelda. I mean, how many times have they gone wrong with Zelda? Not many.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly.
yeah.
What's up, Devin?
What's up, there?
Ew, why is Devin here?
Ew. Oh my god.
just, I'm just kidding.
I was just saying, yeah, I'm sure
so
you
funny.
were, Devin. Zelda's a common topic of conversation with Devin, for sure.
Big brain gamer Devin over there, yeah.
So, are you playing on console or PC?
Not on the Switch.
The Switch?
Yeah.
You can do that? I didn't know that.
Do what? Play games on the Switch?
Oh my god! I didn't know you could play games on the Switch!
Yes, I'm like, do what? What are you talking
I thought it was an MP3
Oh, you mean
player.
like streaming? No, you can't do it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I have an Elgato.
Okay. No, that's cool. My friend actually, they bought a Switch from someone on the internet, and they thought it got lost in the mail. And they ended up getting reimbursed for the purchase, so they bought another one.
Oh.
Well, then the other Switch came in, so they
Oh,
ended
shit.
up getting 2 Switches for the price of one.
Damn.
And,
Wow.
and they're a married couple, so they each have their own
Nice.
house. So that's
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That was what
Yeah.
happened with my Elgato. I think I told you, Bill, right? That I ordered it and it didn't come.
Oh, right.
From
Yeah, you
Amazon
told me
yet.
that.
So I called them and I was like, "Hey, I ordered this Elgato and a Lucas amiibo," and I was like, and it never came. And they looked into it and they're like, "Oh, we sent it out like 2 weeks ago. You should have gotten it." They were like, "I guess it got lost in the mail. We'll send you another package." And I'm gonna send it. And they were like, "I'm gonna send it 2 days so you get it right away." I was like, "Okay." 2 days later, I get it, and then 2 days after that, I got the original package. It looked all old and dirty, like it was lost in the mail. But I had 2 of each, so I was like, all right, I got 2 Elgatos and 2 Lucases. And I sold the Elgato on eBay for like $120. That was basically the one I got was basically free. Oh, what does this bitch want? Just fucking stop talking to me and do what you gotta do. Just show me what you gotta show me. Sometimes I see people be talking for way too long and I don't care. What is this? Sheikah data is damaged. Oh, I gotta fix
So,
that.
Alf, are you getting hyped for E3?
Oh yeah, I just seen alright, tomorrow is Pokemon Direct.
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
right. I forgot about that.
I forget.
Fuck yeah.
I forget your time zone, but it's 9 in the morning for me.
Mine's Mountain, so it's it's probably fucking.
7?
Is it early in the morning or what?
Yeah, it's 9
They've been
a.m.
doing
here. 9 a.m. here.
Okay,
it's probably
so then
7
yeah,
for
it'll be fucking 7 for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I heard today the news was that apparently Nintendo's gonna unveil 20 new games.
Yeah, well, you saw that it was like basically these things called SKUs in the GameStop system. That's really how they know that, right?
SKU SKUs. SKUs.
Yeah, well,
That's what you call
so
them in
they,
retail.
yeah, they're like these fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
these
know
little
what they are.
SKUs
I've
that-
worked retail before.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I know what SKU numbers
So,
are.
so we don't really know that there's going to be 20 different games, but it'll be something like that.
Yeah.
And I know 1 or 2 of them look like they're going to be like special edition sort of things because of the price tag
Yeah,
and
I can
shit.
see
So,
that. But it's a thing of also, if they got SKUs, then we know they're more major games. It's not going to be digital games that they're showing, you know?
right.
Because digital games don't have SKU numbers.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
go
that's
to
true.
the convention?
No.
I wish. I'm not even around it.
Yeah, I'm not either. It's in California, isn't it?
I think so.
Los
Yeah.
Angeles or something? Yeah.
Let's see. I'd imagine a lot of those tech events usually are.
Do you get anything for lighting all these lanterns? Oh,
Yeah,
you're
it's
supposed
in
to
LA.
light that thing, right?
Well, I guess only the finest of virgins. Once you light all of the lanterns.
Yeah, right? If I get a bunch of pussy for lighting lanterns, I'd do it for a living.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be doing that for a living.
Sign me up.
Oh, you're so
Yeah, I bet you should
degenerate.
see
I'm
them
waiting.
show off fucking Link's Awakening.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That comes out next month,
Help
right?
me.
Or at the end of this month.
I didn't think they gave a date for it, did they?
Yeah, I think they did. I think it was like June or July 20
I thought it just said 2019 at the end of that thing.
I thought it was, oh, man. Well, that'd be an awesome.
Let me look it up.
That'd
I
be an
could be
awesome
wrong.
unveiling if they do a show it on E3 and then be like, and it comes out today.
Yeah, that would be cool. I
Nintendo
know that a
does
lot of
shit
people
like
think
that.
that. I know a lot of people think that Cadence of Hyrule is going to drop during E3, but I'm not really interested in that myself. I don't know about you.
Nah.
I mean, it's
I
cool that
played,
they're doing it, you know, but like, I'm not going to buy it, you know.
They have the demo for the original game on the Switch, and I played it. And it's not that fun.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine who's into it, and it's like, that's cool, but rhythm games aren't really my thing. So.
Nah, yeah, me neither. That's why.
Which is funny, because actually both of us, right? You know, we both play music, but we don't give a shit about rhythm games, right?
I think
So,
that's what it
kinda
is. I think most people who play music don't like rhythm games. I remember when Guitar Hero was huge, and everybody's like, "Oh, you gotta try it," and I'm like, well, "I play guitar." Like,
Yeah, it's like, why would I do that?
Yeah, why would I use a toy guitar to play a game about
Yeah.
playing guitar when I could play my real guitar?
See, I'm actually the reverse because I'm a little younger than you, right? So, like, I didn't play bass or guitar before I played
true.
Guitar Hero, and it didn't in any way like make me want to do it in any way besides the fact that I kind of like played it for a while and realized, like, man, if I'm gonna spend so much time doing this,
Yeah,
I might as well fucking learn how to play the real thing, right?
Yeah.
I'd be stupid not to. So that's pretty much
a good
one of the
point.
reasons I started for sure.
I remember the first time I went to a party and they were all telling me, "You play guitar, you're gonna love this game." And I'm like, "Am I?" And I watched them play it, and I was like, "This doesn't look that fun." And then
Oh
they were
wow!
like,
So I just like hit buttons and you know.
But they were like,
fucking
"Oh, it's
move
not
a little
really like
fret
playing
to-
guitar. Watch play it. It's gonna be hard. Everybody I know who plays guitar has trouble playing this game." I was like, "Oh, really?" So I tried it and I kicked ass. I was like destroying all the songs on my first time, and they were like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is not hard." But I
It's
guess
like
it
not
is-
only
I
is this
love
not
Guitar
hard, but it's
Hero.
not even fun. Fuck this
No,
game.
it's not even
You guys
fun.
I
suck.
hated Rock Band because whoever was on the drums, all you could hear was like clanking of plastic.
Oh,
dude,
yeah,
you're
And
right.
it was the worst noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, and you always had that one friend who went like way too hard on the Rock Band drum kit, you know, and was just like, you know, you could hear them even more than normal, and they're
Yeah,
like just
it's
like,
just like-
rocking out. It's like, bro,
on the plate.
chill the fuck
I'm
out.
just like,
So you know you don't,
eroding.
you don't have to hit it hard, right? It registers
Yeah.
no matter how you tap it.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
you pretty much just have to tap it, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a real drum set where you need to hit it hard.
Yeah.
Although I can say that it's probably good for people who can't play music because it's like they live in a place where they can't be loud. Playing those games probably help.
Yeah, I guess as long as you're not playing that drum kit. Yeah, I mean, it's like, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean it's
better
loud,
than
but it's not like playing a real drum set. You know, like a real drum set, you can hear that from
But at the
blocks
same
away.
time, you're not really learning off of a real drum set, too,
Yeah.
right? So it doesn't really help you necessarily to keep learning. Besides just bang on shit. I mean, I guess it helps you with that. You know.
Well, I think the drum sets probably would help you learn how to play drums with the toy drum set than the guitar would, right? Because the guitar doesn't even have strings.
That's probably true,
Yeah.
at least compared to that.
The
Yeah.
drums actually have like where the drums are supposed to be, where to hit them and stuff. So
Yeah. Given that you learn literally nothing from the rock band guitar or anything else.
I'll tell you right now, I literally learned how to play drums on my lap.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, on my lap and my feet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I started keeping beat for sure.
I have when I was in one of my first bands as a kid, like my drummer showed me like the basics, and then I didn't have a drum set, so I just learned from practicing on my lap and using my legs. And then the next time I got on a drum set, I was kicking ass. Like, oh shit, it does work to like practice on your lap. Builds up the muscle memory.
Can you get Epona in this game?
Yes, you
You
can.
can?
You have to use an amiibo though.
Amiibo?
Oh,
What's
yeah, you gotta use an amiibo.
They're basically these little figurines that you scan in, and like it gives you shit.
Oh my god, like Skylanders?
Yeah, but they're
Pretty much.
But they're
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but they're Nintendo like official ones of the Nintendo characters.
Okay.
They're
My
very
brother
well
was one of my brothers were hardcore into Skylanders.
I have like 16 amiibos, I think. 16 or 17. I have a bunch.
I only have like 4 or 5. But I also, I think I told you recently, I bought this thing for $20 that it's like a little tag that I can scan into my computer, and I can literally own all of the amiibos with just that one tag. So even though I don't have like the figurines, which are cool to own, if there's anything like in game that I need from it, I can just fucking use it, not have to pay for it.
Yeah, that's
nice.
cool. Yeah, there are some that like you need a certain amiibo for, and you're like, I don't really like that character. I don't want the amiibos.
Or there's one that you like the Majora's Mask fucking Link amiibo, and it's like super expensive,
Yeah.
Like, fuck. I'm never gonna get that shit if I don't fucking find some way to do it.
Yeah, talking about that
way to do it.
and loving Zelda so much, I don't have any Zelda amiibos. I have a Bokoblin. That's the only Legend of Zelda amiibo.
Well, so you technically have one.
Yeah, I have one, yeah. But it's not even like a main character.
Oh, it's not?
A Bokoblin? No, it's like the most simplest of enemies in this game.
Yeah.
But I like his design for this game so much. It reminds me of 70s anime, so I was like, oh, I want this.
Peter.
I could see that.
What's up, Peter? I'm streaming, just so you know.
Oh, jeez. Alright, what's up, guys?
What's up, man? I mean, you can stay and talk if you want. I'm just letting you know, just in case, you say something you don't want on the stream. And... I don't know. I don't remember if lighting all these lanterns does anything. Oh, I better hurry up. This torch isn't over now.
So, Alf, what do you think is going to happen at E3 Smash related?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I'm sure they're going to announce what the next one is, because they still haven't announced what the next one is.
Right.
Who the next DLC is. I still haven't even gotten Joker yet.
I'm making a bold prediction, but I think that they're gonna release a character, and I think they're gonna announce the one after that at E3. I think they're gonna drop fucking. You've heard about Erdrick, right, from Dragon Quest, and how there's all this shit behind him.
But like I was saying before, they got way too many sword characters.
I agree. I don't want him in the game, but it's from what it seems like, he's pretty much already in. If rumors are to be believed. So I feel like rumors have been known about that dude for a long time. So he should be done, right? So if I was Nintendo and I wanted to make a big splash, I would at the beginning of my shit or sometime early, I would just shadow drop Erdrick and be like, hey, he's out, show him off, right? And everybody's like, oh my god, that's awesome. And then during your secret or whatever the fuck, whether it happens or not, your code Nintendo Microsoft thing, that's when you announce that, whoever the fuck that character is going to be, and he's coming out in 3 months,
If they're doing something if they're doing a character with Microsoft, it's most likely going to be Minecraft. Steve.
Exactly, which sucks, but, I'll take it, I guess,
Yeah, he might play good. I've been surprised many times when they announce characters, and I'm like, I don't give a shit about this character.
You never know, man. It could be Banjo, and it could be Master fucking Chief, man.
Oh, no.
You never know.
I'm not interested in any of those characters.
You don't give a shit about either one of those?
No, I've never been in...
Why not?
I never got into Banjo and Kazooie, and I've never been into Halo.
But at least you could see them in Smash probably over fucking Steve, right? I imagine, yeah.
Although
I feel like they make a lot more sense.
If Steve called out a creeper, that might be cool.
I mean, if you had a Microsoft character, who would you pick if you had, or would you just not pick one?
Yeah, I'm not big into Microsoft, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't even think of one Microsoft game I like.
So you don't like any of the Halo games?
No, I'm not.
You even play the original one?
What I did like that was on Xbox was Gears of War. That game was cool.
Okay.
The Gears of War series is pretty good.
Yeah, see, that's
I like
well,
that
yeah,
one.
I don't think it's a first part. Is that an Xbox first party thing? I think that's a.
It was exclusive to Microsoft.
It is
all the games were.
exclusive, so
yeah. It's never been on any other system, but
I doubt that any of those dudes
but
would
it
ever
was,
come to Smash.
I think
That'd be
Epic,
cool as fuck,
Epic
though.
made it, so I guess they were third party, but well, I guess you call that second party when it's exclusive to one system.
That main dude from Gears of War would actually make a lot of sense in Smash, dude, because you have like the chainsaw and like all this other crazy shit that you could do, man. Like, it would never happen, but it'd be cool as fuck.
It would be.
Yeah, I don't know though. I like the original fucking Halo games. I haven't played them in a long time, but I liked them when they came out. I could totally see somebody as big as Master Chief being in a game like this, you know. So
Yeah, I can see that. He's one of the most
you
popular
know, you got
characters.
Cloud and all these other fucking people. You know, I could definitely see that. But I could also, at the same time, I could also see Steve. You know, as much as I don't really give a shit about him.
Yeah.
You know, I could
mean,
see that. And kids would buy the shit out of this game if they did that.
Capcom already has a lot of characters in there, but I can think of so many Capcom games that would be perfect for characters. That would be
Yeah.
perfect for. Bionic
Well, I think
Commando.
if anything happens like that, then they need to do fucking Leon from Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say a Resident Evil character or Bionic Commando would be cool with the little.
That would be
swinging
interesting,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, you could swing with your arm and shit. That would be cool.
There's all kinds of different shit they. But yeah, that's basically what I think. Whether it's Microsoft or whatever, I think that they're gonna drop Erdrick, and I think that they're gonna announce whoever the next person is at E3.
I know what everybody's waiting for is some Animal Crossing announcement.
Oh, that needs to happen, and I think that's why you've noticed that they have moved out like this Pokemon thing, right? We're not even gonna get, we might not even get any Pokemon during the E3 presentation because they're moving it all to the 5th, right?
Yeah,
So
it's
you know,
tomorrow.
and then there's some other presentation that they moved out of E3 too. I think it's for it wasn't Link's Awakening, but it was some other big game. Oh, it was Mario Maker. So their big Mario Maker presentation is going to be before E3 too. So you know, that's two.
They already did a big Mario, so they already did a direct for that.
They're doing another thing though.
Oh,
that's
are they?
not
Oh,
like
shit.
a direct. Yeah, they're doing like that. I think it's. Let me see. So I'm gonna see exactly what. But anyway, they moved out those two big presentations out of E3, so it's like that's a decent amount of content. Now they got all this time to fill. You know, what are we gonna get in that? And probably a lot of those SKUs, you know.
Yeah.
That's probably the answer to that.
Oh man, I can't wait for a new Animal Crossing. I'm gonna sing.
But yeah, I want to see some Animal Crossing.
Dude, every Animal Crossing has come out, I've spent every day playing it for like 2 years. Like every single one.
Yeah.
They're so addictive, and it's like kind of like having a job. Like you just have to go in once a day and play for like 2 hours or something.
Yeah.
And it's just maintenance, right? You just go in and you continue your maintenance. I did that with You Leaf. I think it's if you keep it up for like 2 months and you keep the town perfect, you get some sort of reward. I forgot what it was. But man, was that a task? That took me a while. So what's up, Blossom? Are you doing a stream today or what? Oh, she's not there.
What's that?
I was asking if you're doing a stream today or anything.
Yeah, in about an hour or so.
Oh. So everybody knows. Go to Twitch and look up Deadly Kitty. Watch Blossom stream.
Dark Souls almost done.
Dark
the game.
Souls.
Nice. I still can't find what this other game is that they moved out, but I heard that it was like they moved this Pokemon thing out, and they moved another thing out that's gonna be like on the 8th, I think it is. Let me see. Let me look that up.
Take a picture of Pura. This should be illegal. I'm like taking pictures of little girls and shit. What's going on? Oops. Oh, and then I'm showing her the picture. Here's the picture I took of you, little girl.
Do you guys have a favorite song in this game?
Oh no.
In this game? Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I know it right off the top of my head.
Oh really? Which one is it?
Terrytown.
Oh yeah, Terrytown is a good
Yeah,
song.
dude, because you build the song up and you like add a piece to it every single time from all the different like the Gorons bring you the sax and like all this shit like that, and then like the end theme is so fucking like rewarding. I feel like it's really well written. I like that piece really a lot.
Locked
I think that's got me beat. I had for mine is the I can't remember which town it is, but it's kind of like the more oriental town. If that makes sense. If that.
Oh, Kakariko?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got a really good theme in this one. Well, they definitely made Kakariko like an oriental kind of town, and
Yeah.
for sure. Which works really well. I was, you know, at first when I got into it, I think the first time I played it was kind of like, this is interesting, but I grew to like it. It makes sense in the world.
In Spanish, cacarico means delicious shit.
Really?
Yeah, caca is shit, right? And then rico is
I didn't know that.
delicious shit. Delicious caca.
That's hilarious.
They've got to change the name when they send it to like Central America, right? They
Yeah,
just gotta,
baby.
like,
The Spanish versions, they gotta change the name.
maybe change it to just delicious poop.
Delicious. Cacarico. Oh, this is the guy who wants me to round up shit. What do you need?
Yeah, I see other people talking about it. A bunch of people are saying it means rich poop. I don't know why that.
Rico also means rich. You could use it for either rich or delicious. Either way. It's like one of those words that have double meanings.
It's Rico, right? That we're talking about in that
Rico. All right.
part of it. Yeah, because Kaka is the other one.
Yeah, caca is shit, right? Cacarico.
Kaka's the obvious one, right?
I guess it could be rich shit or delicious shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so now I'm seeing this thing. I have to fucking do this because this is saying that the Mario Maker Invitational thing that they're having is going to be on the 8th. So like it's going to be before E3,
Oh.
you know.
Oh, it's
Which
an
means that
invitational,
day
it's
they're going to
be-
have like another day or two.
Yeah,
to do shit.
invitational. That's going to be a competition. They're probably going to have set up game stages that they built for people to play and see who beats them.
Yeah, because their actual shit starts on the 12th. So yeah, anything that's before that, you know, that's moving out a lot of different time slots for them to show us all this other shit, and hopefully a lot of Animal Crossing. That's what I want to see too, dude. I want us to get like a really big trailer for it, you know, and show us a bunch of shit that's in the game, and then right after that, I want them to treehouse that shit like they always do and have people playing it if it's playable. But I don't know if we're gonna get that. It really depends on when the game's gonna.
Fucking
Right.
shit. I caught one deer. He's like, here's your reward. And it was a fucking 1 rupee. Like, thanks. I caught a whole buck and he gave me a rupee for it. Okay.
Alf, you watch Spawn Wave, right?
Sometimes, yeah. If
Occasionally,
if he's got
I watched
Nintendo
I watched a podcast the other day, or listened to a podcast the other day with him and Scott the Woz and a number of other like Nintendo insidery YouTubers, and a lot of them I was really kind of sad and surprised that nobody said anything like direct or anything, and you know didn't hint at anything or anything like that. But they would say they get about like 50 to 75% of the panel pretty much said. I wouldn't be surprised if they delay Animal Crossing, and I was like, man, I swear to God, if they fucking do that, I'm gonna scream, you know. But so I hope they're wrong. But I was sad to see that like a lot of them were like, yeah, you know, I could see that because we haven't gotten any news about it. I'm like, man, don't you say that shit.
No, you know, Nintendo likes to wait till the last minute, man. They don't tell you about shit
Yeah.
till like a few months before it comes out.
It seems like a bunch of these people that I've been listening to, these YouTubers, like they think that like Animal Crossing, oh well, if it doesn't come out like in the summer, they're gonna delay it. Like, well, I feel like the game's probably gonna come out like in the fall
Yeah,
or like in the winter, obviously, you know,
something
because
people
they've
don't-
never released a game in that time frame before.
People don't figure
for,
shit
for
out.
Animal
but
Crossing.
Something that is big in Japan is that games aren't released in the summer. At least big games aren't, because summer's vacation time and people don't buy games in the summer.
Yep.
Japan. So a lot of times, yeah, the summers are for Japanese companies at least. They're usually when the least amount of games come out.
Yeah. Well, their reasoning was that I guess a lot of the Animal Crossings in the past have either dropped in like early summer or like August.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's clearly not going to happen, right? Because we don't even have a date for it. So I already thought, I'm like, man, they could totally make like a sort of fall-centric, or at least at the beginning of the game, fall-centric sort of Animal Crossing, and like fucking, you know, wheel that out at like October or something like that, you know, and I'd totally
if they're
buy it.
smart, they would put it out before the holidays, or maybe November.
Yeah, if I was gonna, you know, if I knew the game was gonna be, you know, ready to be released at any point in time, I would probably put it out in September or October if I were them.
Yeah, because you know that's gonna be a huge holiday game. Like people are. That's like one of the most anticipated games for Nintendo. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I'm getting a call, Alpha. I will be right back.
Yeah, no problem. Just exploring this town. Everybody's sleeping, goddamn.
Yeah, I fell asleep earlier.
Oh, no, I abandoned the game.
Oh.
Everybody's sleeping in the game. I'm like exploring the town. Every house I go into, everybody's in their beds. You're like, yeah, I fell asleep earlier.
I did. I'm such a lazy fuck.
You got to charge up your brain battery to get some hard-hitting content for your Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Right? Dark Souls is very draining.
I never play. I played.
Well, no.
I used to play Demon Souls. That was the other one.
Yeah, I think that was the first one.
Yeah.
The very, very, very
That game
first
was
one.
impossible. I played it for months and only got past the first stage, and that's it. And I was like, alright.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I haven't rage quit Dark Souls. It is probably the most challenging game I've ever played.
Yeah, and in the end, I heard that the Dark Souls series is them making Demon Souls easier. Like, it wasn't as hard as Demon Souls, and I'm like, damn it. It's still fucking hard as shit, though, so it's like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah,
They made
for
it easier,
sure.
but it's not like that really makes any difference.
Oh
It's
my
still hard as
god.
shit. That's where you get your clothes dyed. I don't really care about colors. Get out of here.
I don't mean to harp on the artistry too much, or rather to talk about it too much, but the this game reminds me Miyazaki.
Yeah, it's very Studio Ghibli style type of game. So, running for this one. They're expensive.
I love that Link and Zelda always look so cute and like just nice looking, and then the villagers are ugly as hell.
Yeah,
Like
that
their
was
features
goofy.
are awful.
Yeah. I like this chick. She's always in a corner, like shivering, like she's scared of everything. Yeah, and she sells stuff, but she's always in the corner. She's like, you wanna buy something? Hey, you like this corner? Alright, you don't got shit for me. Get out of here.
Dude, she does. She looks terrified.
Yeah, that's what if you keep talking to her, she'll tell you, I just like to stay here. She probably got an abusive husband.
Oh yeah. If you don't sell 5 tunics a day, you're getting an ass
Yeah,
whooping.
exactly. Please buy one of these tunics. My husband's gonna be here.
He's gonna sever my toes.
That'd be funny if that was a mission in this. Like, buy 5 tunics from her, or she gets beat.
Do you have any criticisms of the game? I remember playing it a while ago.
Yeah, not really. Not that I can think of, at least. If I did, it'd probably be something really small. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, like you, I'd give the game top marks. But
Yeah. It's probably one of my favorite games.
yeah, I mean, for sure, I think this game has won awards, and it deserves to have won those awards.
Yeah, we were saying earlier, I was like, when does Zelda fail? Like, every game they've made has been at least decent, you know? There's never been a shitty Zelda game. Well, not,
They all do a good
not on a Nintendo system, at least. No, there was that time where they had those, Panasonic CD games, and Nintendo fucking licensed Zelda to them, and they made these horrible games. And Nintendo was like, yeah, that was by mistake. Let's not do that again. We're not selling this license again.
Yeah, whoop. Yeah, each Zelda game I can remember has done a really good job at kind of pulling on nostalgia strings, you know?
Yeah, that's true. And this one just brought it back by making it open world and shit. Going back to the roots, which is what they said they wanted to bring it back to the first Zelda that was open world and shit. The rest of them have kind of been open world, but not like this, you know, not where you could just go wherever you want and do things in any order. Now you can literally go right to the end of this game and fight Ganon right off the bat. You're probably not going to win, but but you can. You could just go right to the end of the game and fight Ganon.
Yeah, I've seen some interesting speed runs of this.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be interesting. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure there's some interesting ones. Fucking jars don't got shit in them. These people are poor up in this thing. Oh, this one's got an arrow. Arrows are always good.
Alright, we back. We back.
We back, yo. You think Nintendo's gonna do more of those Labo VR games?
God.
They did it with this game.
Did you see this shit
Mario
with
Odyssey.
Smash, man?
What? Somebody played it with Smash?
No, bro. They put out a new update for Labo for Smash. You didn't see that?
How do you play that?
Dude,
Virtual.
I'll fucking get you the trailer. It is dumb as shit. You don't even. I think you can play, but I don't even know how the fuck you would.
Oh,
it's
shit.
dumb as.
I went back in the house with the chick that's shivering in the corner, and she does have a husband. He's sitting here at the table, and she's like shivering in a corner. He beats her ass for sure. Oh, I asked him to show me around. I didn't want to do that. Well, I'm gonna have to follow him around. Nah, fuck it. A little downtime. I've had this Tears for Fears song in my head all day.
Here, I just mentioned you with it. Watch that after stream's done or something, because it's sad. It's legit sad. It's like, I don't know why you would want to use this. It's pretty much like if you wanted to watch your replays in this way, I could kind of see it, but other than that, dude, it's really dumb. You get like a headache or something from watching this.
So, I did that. I put out that video yesterday, which I clipped out from a stream of me going over the No Bullshits video on
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, right? And at the beginning, I put that scene because, you know, he says, "Oh, imagine Superman did something like this." So I put that scene from Superman 2, right?
Yeah.
And somebody leaves a comment on it saying, "Dude, in the first 30 seconds, you put a scene from Evil Superman. That's such a fail, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, Evil Superman? What is he talking about? So I responded to him. I was like, Evil Superman where? And he was like, "Oh, I guess you didn't see the movie." And I'm like, what? He's not evil. That's Superman 3 where he's evil. He goes,
Yeah, you're talking about a totally different movie. Superman 2
Superman 2
is
where
like
he
with
loses
Zod,
his powers.
right?
Yeah, that's when he loses his powers.
That's what I thought, yeah.
That was the whole point of the scene, is he lost his powers and he went to that diner and that guy kicked his ass. So when he got his powers back, he came back to teach that guy a lesson. It's not very heroic to do that, right? To come in with Superman, godlike powers, and to teach a guy a lesson. It's like, no, yeah, you should have taken the higher road as a hero and been like, yeah, I'll just let it go.
Well, beyond that, you could have gone to the kind of the tried and true argument that people have had for a few years about Man of Steel, which I still think is a very good movie. But this argument holds up that like they pretty much destroy the city during that movie.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
horrible.
Superman definitely, you know, indirectly or directly kills a shit ton of people in that movie. You know, and it's the same problem that people had with Batman in Batman vs Superman, because Batman pretty much directly kills multiple people in the movie, and it's like, and you know, shoots a gun at multiple points. And it's like, this doesn't make much sense, you know. But yeah, it was Superman. You know, it's like you can't just say that like, oh, Superman's never done anything like that. It's fucking stupid. You know how many different Superman stories there have been? You know, man, like there's plenty of different examples of shit like that. Besides the fact that it's still a fucking deleted scene.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that nobody. Yeah, it's a deleted scene.
Who cares?
But it's weird that nobody
they clearly
ever
said, hey, this doesn't need to be in the movie. You know.
Not only does nobody ever bitch about anti-heroes that are men, right? Like, so but you make a woman that does like something anti-hero-ish, and it's like, oh, that's not a hero. It's like, dude, come on. Like, how many times have we seen Wolverine at a bar and somebody talks shit and he puts his claws to that guy's face, right? You ever see the one where he puts like 2 claws on the side of dude's face and says, "Don't make me like raise the middle one"?
Threatens
or something?
people.
Yeah, it's like, yes, he does that all the time.
But they're promoting her as a role model for women. Don't you get it, Al?
No,
yeah, that's pretty much it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, look at all the Tim Burton Batman movies. There's all kinds of different things where he threatens people in those. I mean, like, you know.
Oh yeah.
So many different superhero movies you could draw to, and it's like, oh no, this is wrong because it's Captain Marvel and Brie Larson.
Yeah. Not to mention that it makes sense in the context of the film. They don't understand it either. But that's because I'm almost positive a lot of them didn't see the movie.
How could Disney do this?
Yeah, and they have no idea what the character is.
It's fucking
the hero's
stupid.
journey she goes through to become.
It's like I was telling you a week or so ago. It's like most of the good, like, you know, I have a lot of good die-hard Marvel fan friends, okay? And most of them have not seen Captain Marvel.
What?
Most of them have seen Endgame, okay? And
totally
decided to skip Captain Marvel, okay? And they're huge fans, but I kind of even told them, and they were skeptical of it at first, and I was like, hey, you know, I've seen the movie, and if you want to, you know, save your money, not run out to the theater, it is going to come out soon, and you could wait, you know, and get that after Endgame, you know. So I know like 1 or 2 people who went to go see that, including me, you know.
Yeah.
But outside of that, you know, it's like even if the fans are, then I definitely know that the people who are bitching about Brie Larson and shit, there's no way most of these people went to go see this fucking movie. You know, statistically speaking, there's no fucking way.
I know that.
So,
well, I know they didn't because in the argument for, you know, the new clip, that deleted scene that came out, I got into arguments with people about it, and all of them say shit that I'm like, wait, did you even watch the movie? And
did you even watch it?
Yeah, and I'm not even joking. Most of them admitted, oh no, I didn't see it. And I was like, then how do you know the scene isn't good? Like, doesn't fit. I'm like, my point is the scene makes total sense to the character, and you're arguing with me about it when you haven't even seen the movie.
I can just tell they're trying to shove those Disney SJW values down my throat.
Yeah, they try to do that. Well, the point is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't care what your point is. You didn't see the movie. Shut the fuck up. You know, like, go see the movie.
If you can't see the movie, you
me.
can't fucking critique it,
yeah.
you know?
Go see the movie and then come back and tell me that doesn't fit her character in the movie.
I have never in my life critiqued a movie that I haven't seen yet. You know, I've said shit about the trailers, you know, and what I think it might be like, you know, but...
Even with that new Ghostbusters that came out, I said the trailer looks...
that flagpole. I thought you were gonna fall.
Yeah. Yeah, I just made it, right? I just made it with
just had it with that jump.
But even with that,
there's a Korok up here.
Even with that Ghostbusters movie that came out, I was like, yeah, the trailer looks shitty, but I'm still gonna give it a chance, and I still did. You know? And it was garbage.
Hey, the first trailer for that Aladdin movie I thought looked like garbage, and then the second one came out. It's like, could be good, maybe, you know. And then I guess the reviews have been okay for it. So I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of those Disney remakes, except for I saw the newer Mary Poppins one, which I actually thought was really good. I couldn't fucking believe it, but it was actually really good.
I do like Emily Blunt too. She's hot.
She did a really good job, yeah.
We could critique Disney on how they didn't get Jeremy Irons back for Lion King.
Oh, right? Yeah.
They can get fucking James Earl Jones still, but not fucking... He's like 90.
A fucking walking corpse, yeah.
You can't get fucking Jeremy Irons, come on.
Irons is
probably just some American guy
or something. Who knows?
They might have tried. Maybe he turned it down.
I guess, but I don't know why.
That's their remake that I'm the most skeptical of, because it pretty much looks like it's going to be like a total remake of the same movie, but with like, you know, real life sort of
I
looking
think they added
CGI,
a couple
you
of
know?
things, but not much. Yeah, it's just CGI. I don't know why they bothered.
I was talking to somebody recently, and they were like, "No, I'm pretty sure like those are, you know, that's real. You know, that's real life." I was like, "No, dude."
Yeah,
that's
they
CGI.
got fucking all these animals to
Yeah, like, dude,
choreograph all
yeah,
this
all these
shit.
lions and shit. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna do that? You know?
It's real. What the
They're like, what? They did it in Milo and
I couldn't
Otis.
believe that, right? It's in some
Like,
fucking
I've seen
server,
the trailer.
some other server.
They make human expressions and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Milo and Otis
Like, no,
did
dude,
it,
that's
bro.
all CGI.
Come on.
That's why they're doing this. And he's all like, oh. Like, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Go watch that trailer again.
Yeah, go look at Scar. Does that look like a lion to you?
Yeah.
Even a mangled one?
Apparently, some people, I guess it fucking does, and that's what Disney's looking for, right? They're looking for that dollar, you know? That it's like, oh man, it's all real. It looks real. Like, yeah, but it's the same fucking movie, but like you said, without Jeremy Irons and without like, you know, the original oomph of the fucking original Lion King, you know? So, to me, you know, so I don't know. Well, I'm sure it'll do great, you know. I'm sure it'll make all this money, but that's one that I'm personally not gonna go see because it looks like it's the same fucking movie again, just with CGI instead of animation. And I like the animation, you know. I like the original movie. Why would I watch this one? I guess I don't know.
Oh, I'm looking at this VR thing for Super Smash Bros. And it is kind of cool, to tell you the truth. Just because you can look around.
You think it's cool?
Yeah,
like,
just because
like
you can look around and
replay,
see.
right?
Yeah, for replays or if you're spectating a match, you can look around. Oh,
yes.
Is that a Mario Brothers crab?
Though, you know?
A Mario Brothers what?
Crab from like the first game?
I don't remember. I remember of the original Mario Brothers where it's not side scrolling, where it's just you. And,
Yeah,
there
the
was a crab,
screen.
the red one.
Is that the crab from that?
Where do you see that?
In the thumbnail of the
Oh fuck! I don't
this
have
game
the
you're talking
thumbnail.
about. You don't see what I'm talking about?
No, because the thumbnail's not up anymore. I clicked play, so I don't know how to get the thumbnail.
Oh, you're talking about for that Labo video.
Well, it's on the what's it called now? Oh, you gotta let it go through until the end or whatever.
Hold on, I'll be right back. Somebody's calling.
You know what happened? Who is this? It's Bill, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I get you and Peter confused. I don't know why.
That's fine.
Not when you
I
talk.
more
though.
than Peter does.
Yeah, you're loud.
He's always quiet.
But you guys mistook my Twin Peaks reference as a basketball reference. How the fuck did that happen?
Say that I was like, but I don't know what it is because I tried to look that quote up in the first.
No, it's not an exact quote. I was ad-libbing, but it was Gordon Cole.
I tried to look it up, right? And
Cooper, how are ya?
Was Coop from some kind of quote from Coop from basketball? So I was just like, oh yeah, it's probably from basketball. Then we just like started talking about basketball. So
I had one of
I
those.
realized later that you're like, no, it's
Monica
not.
Bellucci dreams. He's the best character in the show, Gordon Cole.
I've still never watched Twin Peaks, so I know you're shit on me for it, but no, I haven't.
Oh no, he's in Twin Peaks. He is a character.
I've heard that before, man.
One of the best characters in the show. He's like has a hearing aid and he can't hear at all, and he yells at everyone.
Yeah, I had to share that because that hair, dude. Like, look at that shit. It's just
his
like
hair is
flock of
always
seagulls
wacky,
shit,
bro.
man.
His
That's the
hair is
wackiest
always
I've
whack.
ever personally seen it. Is that little photo that I keep seeing it like, shared around, and I'm like, man, this is like particularly weird looking David Lynch.
He's an odd character, bro.
Yeah.
So.
That's why he writes so fucking well, right?
Does he write well? I don't know. His shit's a little confusing, I guess. But.
I would say it's well written, at least from the standpoint that it's interesting, right? You know, whether or not it, like, you know, solves all the plot lines and everything like that. At least it keeps you engaged, I think, right?
Yeah, he definitely doesn't ever
Dune,
solve all the
right?
plot lines.
Dune, his Dune fucking movie, even though, like, I love Dune.
I never seen it.
It's not a great movie by any means, and if you've never read the books, you're really not going to like it. But if you've read the books, like, it is kind of like this condensed version of it and a kind of stylized thing that works. And he, you know, while it doesn't show you all of these different plot lines that are solved in the books, it does give you enough of it, right? And so I think he does a good job with shit like that, at least, you know, that it's interesting enough to keep people coming back to his shit, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. I'm not big into his movies. That's the thing. But Twin Peaks I watched, and I was like, wow, I fucking like this shit. But
Yeah,
it
I
was
know
like,
Kelly's told me to get into David or
I
to
think I
fucking Twin Peaks.
Lost Highway, and I was just like, what the fuck was that? I don't even know what happened. I didn't get any of it. Like, I was in high school, so maybe now if I watched it, it'd be better. But in high school, I remember I seen it when it came out on like VHS or whatever, and I was just like, what the fuck did we just watch, bro?
Yeah.
I don't even know what happened. Like, I had no idea what the movie was about. I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
That was totally fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I haven't seen any of his other movies either, so.
Yeah, I've only seen I haven't seen the whole movie, but I've seen parts of Eraserhead. I just looked up. I didn't even know that was his movie, but I guess Eraserhead is. And
Yeah,
that's really good, but I haven't ever finished it, so I can't really speak on it.
He has a bunch. Blood Downs, Blue Velvet, Mulholland Drive.
I haven't. Yeah, seen Mulholland Drive's another one that I've watched for years. But...
That was one I was watching a while back, like a year ago maybe. I was trying to watch and I fell asleep in the first like 10 minutes. I was like, it was taking so long to play out. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but after watching Twin Peaks, I could probably jump into them now and deal with it a little better.
Yeah.
David Lynch movies, they're all really good.
Yeah, like I was telling him, I seen Lost Highway in high school, and I just had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, it's one.
Well,
of
let's
those,
not
it's one of
say
those
they're all
movies.
really good. Dune is okay.
Well, when I was a kid,
right.
I liked Dune, but I haven't seen it in
Yes.
so long anymore. But when I was a kid, I used to love that movie. I had it on VHS.
It's definitely very campy, you know, and it works, you know, for the time.
And especially since back then I didn't know much about Dune itself, like the story.
Exactly.
It's
If
not
you
like I
don't
was
know
like-
shit about Dune, it can either be really good time or really bad time, you know? And if you know about Dune, then you'll probably like it, but think like, oh, it's a little campy, and I wish I'd done it, you know, this way or that. I am so looking forward to that dude Denis Villeneuve's fucking Dune movie. That's like my next hypest movie thing, man. Because I read like 3 or 4 of the Dune books, so I'm hoping that it takes off and people go see it, and it's a good movie.
I think it's an interesting book series, but this is kind of getting into the weeds. I think it might be difficult to make Dune.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely.
It is such a.
It's probably one of the hardest series out there to make into a fucking movie or anything, you know, even a TV series. Tough, right? There's so many different details about all these different factions that are out there, and like about the planets, and about, you know, just like the House Atreides and the House Harkonnen and all this different shit, you know, that it's hard to explain all that, you know. And,
Not only that, but a lot
yeah,
of it is a lot of the point of the story gets really philosophical, and it's like stuff that would be difficult to portray.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the.
But if anybody can do it, I think it's Villeneuve, right? Because I love Blade Runner 2049. I think he kicked that out.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
I love what is that fucking movie? God, not Serpent Arrow. I'm not thinking of the one.
Serpent.
Yeah, definitely not that. It's just let me look at it. Sicario, that's the name of it. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't. I've heard a lot.
It's got Benicio del Toro and Josh Brolin and Emily Blunt. Really fucking good. It's like a border patrol kind of drama. It's really interesting, man. But filmed really weirdly and shit. And but yeah, Blade Runner 2049 is probably his best example, man. And I think he knocked that out of the park.
Great. I'm so sad that movie fucking flopped because it's such a good movie.
I know, I couldn't fucking believe that. And at least it got some awards and shit, and that's cool. And it did get. But man, like in terms of like the shots and everything, man, and the music and just like making it feel like it was in that Blade Runner. Like I couldn't fucking believe that. Yeah, it did do better, you know. But I guess people don't really give a shit about Blade Runner. That's what it came down to. You know, is that
it's just sci-fi.
really...
Sci-fi in general is not a huge market. Like the sci-fi movies tend to fail a lot. Unless it's
and then of course Blade Runner Beyond that is not like, at least back in the day it was well known, right? But I would say that like a lot of people now, if they're gonna go see a bunch of sci-fi movies, if they're gonna list them, a lot of people might not even mention Blade Runner, right? Yeah. So I think that ties into it a little bit, that it's a little lesser known sci-fi franchise today, and that didn't help it. Sure.
Yeah, it didn't keep up, right? Like it's
still a damn good movie, and
40 years before they made a sequel.
worth anybody's watch for sure.
Yeah, I love Blade Runner, both and the sequel too. They're both great. I hope they still.
Jared Leto's character was odd as shit, but it worked.
But like another one that I really liked was Ghost in the Shell, and that failed too. I went to a theater to see it, and I loved it.
I still haven't seen that, and I loved the anime back in the day. So did you?
I loved it. I love both. But it's not
Awesome.
like...
Well, that's good to hear because I kind of was skeptical of it. And
yeah, a lot of people don't like it because it strays from the story of the anime. Like it goes in a different direction. But
I remember when
a
that
lot of
movie
the
came out.
scenes
You
are
remember
straight
people
out of it, man, and it looks beautiful. Like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot
No
of
shit.
there's scenes that are straight out of the anime movie, and it looks
That's
great,
awesome.
And they do such a good job. It looks great. But like I said, the story goes in a very different direction. But it still captures the feel of the movie. So I don't know why people don't like it.
I remember when that came out, people were bitching about, like, social justice warriors bitching about, like, oh, she's white, you know, she's supposed to be Asian in the movie,
whitewashing.
you know? And then, like, I saw the clip of people, like, going around, like, in Japan, like, talking to people, like, hey, what do you think about, you know, Scarlett Johansson playing her?
Yeah.
And they were just like, yeah, I think it's great, you know, there's nothing wrong with that, I don't know why anybody would be offended. Yeah.
Well, a lot of them thought she was even a good pick. They were like, oh yeah, she kind of looks like her.
Yeah,
It's
she's
a good
great.
pick.
Yeah, exactly.
She kind of looks like the character. It's funny how they're like, oh, they're whitewashing her, but people in the country of origin
Actual
are saying,
Japanese people are like, this is great.
Yeah, it's a
what's wrong
good
with
pick.
that?
She looks just like her. And then they're like, it's an
Yeah, she
American
did.
movie. Of course they're gonna have Americans. Like,
Her name's like Motoko, right? Like she looks fucking white in the show, and then the fucking movie, you know, she's like a whitish Japanese person.
well,
so like it makes sense, you know.
The point is, she doesn't look like what she originally looked like. She's in a shell, right? So she doesn't look like her original form.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And it does that in that movie too. They talk about that, how she was a Japanese person, but she's in a different shell now.
Now she's in this shell, yeah.
She doesn't. Yeah, and it goes into that's where they stray in the movie. Is it goes into a lot about who she was before she was in that shell, which the movie that never goes into.
Yeah,
It
it's not
leaves you
worth
guessing.
going into.
Yeah, it just leaves you guessing.
It's what the focus is on the world that they've set up. Like in Goes to the Shell, yeah.
And I think people didn't like that. They were like, "Oh, the movie doesn't do that." But it's like I'm not a stickler for keeping things exact. You know, it doesn't have to be an exact adaptation. In the end, it was a very beautiful and well done sci-fi movie. The story is still really good.
See, and that kind of gets back around, like, that's why I think Dune could work really well, is that there are ways to strip down a lot of, like, Frank Herbert's writing and distill it into a good, like, well done, well shot movie. And I think if you have the right writing team and, you know, a good director like fucking Villeneuve behind it, you can do that and still manage to convey the ideas that you need to, show them in this cool way, and also just like not take up a lot of fucking time doing it, you know. So I hope whoever they've got on it, you know, is doing something like that, like you just said with Ghost in the Shell, where it's like, you know, if we're gonna take the time, you know, maybe you do a little bit, but you know, be careful with how far you do that because people might be turned off by it, right?
Well, like I was talking about earlier about the philosophical stuff in the movie. To be honest, I guess it's probably better to not get boggled down by that when making the movie. Just let some of that go.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
that might make it boring for like the layman.
Oh yeah, for a lot of people.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what does make things boring for sci. Because sci-fi, the sci-fi you see that doesn't do good is more like the film noir type of sci-fi, like Blade Runner, Ghost in the Shell. They're not high in action and adventure. They're mostly like, you know, really slow burn kind of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even the sci-fi that you see that does do well isn't really sci-fi.
No, yeah.
Like I think you can argue that Star Wars is just space fantasy.
Yeah.
Action adventure sort of thing.
It's a space opera. But I'd still
And look at Star Trek, right? Look at the Star Trek movies. Those are pretty much like action movies at this point. You know?
Yeah, they changed it. But remember, the old ones used to be those kind of movies too, where they were slow burn movies, right? They weren't.
You know, speaking of those, I don't know if either of you guys heard this, but I don't know how much you liked or disliked JJ's fucking Star Trek movies. I thought the first one was okay, and I thought the second two were terrible. My personal opinion.
I think
anyway,
they're all just okay. I don't think any of them are terrible, but I don't think any of them are great either.
yeah, I don't think they're terrible. I guess I should reword that, but the second two are not very good. So anyway, so I guess Chris Hemsworth was signed on for the next one, and fucking he pretty much said the other day that he's no longer in the project because he basically said that it wasn't interesting enough for him to come back to it.
Yeah, he's doing that now. That's what happened with Thor. He almost said the third Thor movie was going to be his last one, but then after he read the script, he's like, "Oh, they're taking Thor in a very
new direction."
Yeah, in a very interesting direction. If we continue this, then I'm totally down to do 3 more movies. You know.
Yep.
So they probably will.
Yeah,
well,
dude.
I'm
looking forward to Guardians 3 with Thor in it.
Yeah, the leak is that it's as Guardians of the Galaxy. That's the leak.
Dude, that'll be so fucking
That's what they're
sweet.
gonna call. That's what supposedly
Yeah,
the
that could be very.
Because you know how he's helping the Asgardians find a new home, right? Like at the end of Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's going to be part of it. It's like him and the Guardians of the Galaxy are going to be trying to find the Asgardians a new home.
Yeah, and hopefully they'll find Loki and fucking maybe the old Gamora if they can.
But yeah, there's a lot of leaks coming out. Another one is that those miniseries, I guess, on Hulu, like the Loki one and the Hawkeye one. Those are all going to lead into the next wave. Like those are going to be
Exactly.
So they don't have to boggle down one of the new movies with all this backstory. They're going to do all the backstory that'll lead into those movies, the next set of movies.
This is again bringing us around full circle out because we were just talking about this a little while ago that it's like again Loki is gonna come back.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a guarantee that they're gonna bring this character.
Yeah, that's probably the TV show is gonna show us how
exactly
he's gonna make his way back into the movies again.
Like you just said, they're supposed to spin us into the new fucking arc or whatever, right? So there you go. You know how else do that? Well, we gotta bring Loki back. You know, figure out what's going on with that shit.
Well, supposedly Namor is going to be introduced in the next Doctor Strange. So that's kind of cool.
Who is?
Namor, the Submariner.
I have no fucking idea.
He's kind of like the Aquaman of the Marvel Universe. Well,
you don't know Namor?
Namor the Submariner.
Never heard of Namor.
Submariner, right?
With the little wings on his feet.
I have never heard of this guy.
Really?
He's like a half-naked Aquaman with black hair and pointy ears.
But he was created before Aquaman, so really Aquaman's a ripoff of him.
Prince Namor, the savage submariner.
Yeah. To tell you the truth, he is the oldest Marvel character. He's older than Captain
No shit.
Yeah, he's
I did not know that.
1931. Like 10 years before Captain America.
Oh. 39, actually, Alf.
39.
I just got to the Wikipedia page, yeah.
2 years before Captain America.
Wow, that's crazy. I did not know that he was, like, the oldest fucking Marvel character. Interesting. Well, I'll have to learn about him. That's cool. Then I totally welcome him. You know, you guys say he's a cool character.
Yeah, they wanted
I don't know about that. I just know he is.
He's like, I didn't say
I never read anything really with him.
I didn't say all that now.
We heard it here. It's Billy's favorite character.
Yeah, Namor, the fucking,
But, yeah, they've been wanting to bring him into the MCU for a while, but he was tied up in the Fantastic Four deal with Fox. So now that they got him back, I think he's the first character they're going to start putting into movies from the Fox thing. Yeah, because he's kind of affiliated with Fantastic Four, so I guess that was part of the deal they gave him. Now they affiliate him with X-Men, so I don't know what they're going to do with that. I don't know how they're going to tie those two.
Did I tell you, this new X-Men movie does not look like it's going to be good. It's Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix one? None of them really are.
I thought Last
Is that
Apocalypse
supposed to
or
be
whatever it
what's her
was
face?
pretty good.
Apocalypse one? I got it.
I thought it was okay.
Is that supposed to be what's
no, not that one. What is it? Days of Future? Or what is it? The one where they go back and forth in time.
Yeah,
I like that.
That was alright.
I thought that one was okay. Yeah.
What were you asking, Bill?
He's gonna focus on what's her face?
Jean Grey,
Yeah.
She gets the Dark Phoenix.
Which everybody's wanted for a long time, but it just the way they're doing it looks weird.
They already did it in X-Men 3, and they did it really shitty. And that's why he's
that's right.
And it's the same guy doing it again. He was like, "Oh, I want to make up for the bad, movie."
That's the worst one that I think I've seen. I saw that in theaters. So X-Men 3.
Oh, you saw
back in the day with my friend. Yeah, with my friends back in the day, dude. Because we went to go see one of them. We went to go see 3, and I remember we were all just like, "This is fucking terrible."
Yeah, it was really bad.
Especially the end, dude. Like, I remember that last, 30 minutes or so was just, really, really just not good. The whole fight and everything was not good. And there was this weird, didn't they have some weird thing with, Jean and Wolverine, but, and the Cyclops, three-way relationship sort of thing? It was really fucking weird in that movie, if I remember right. not a three-way relationship, but like a love triangle
Yeah,
sort
love
of thing. You know,
I mean,
yeah.
that happened
Yeah.
in comics, but it was never a threat.
It just
to
wasn't very
Cyclops.
good. I remember
No,
like
the way
whatever
they
they
did
did
it
with
was
it was like really lame, you know. And it
then,
didn't make a lot of sense.
One of the first things, the second I saw that movie, one of the first things that they killed, like, Cyclops in the first 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, this movie sucks. Like, I don't want to watch it anymore. This is garbage.
Like,
Oh,
fuck
what's her
this.
fucking-
How do you kill, like, Cyclops is the X-Men. How do you kill the
Yeah,
main
exactly.
X-Men character, like, right off the bat? Makes no sense. I was like, ah, garbage.
What's
Yeah,
her other
Cyclops
name? I
character
can't think
Be
of
like
it for
Logan
some
or something
reason.
if you're gonna
Ooh.
send him off, you know.
The character or the actress?
No, the character.
Jean Grey?
Yeah. Yeah, because they all have names like fucking Wolverine.
She
He's
was,
like,
she was Marvel Girl, and then she
Marvel
yeah,
Girl.
Marvel
See, that's what. It's really confusing.
Yeah,
like
and then she was-
Captain Marvel and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like,
But then she was
And-
Phoenix, and then when she came back to life after she died as Phoenix, she just went by Jean Grey.
Jean Grey. Yeah,
Yeah.
she didn't call
That's
herself.
like Kitty Pryde. She was with the Shadow Cat, right? And then she just went by Kitty Pryde. Like, she got rid of the code name.
I couldn't remember it. I'm like, fucking, what is it?
Yeah, Marvel Girl. That was her first name.
That's so random. Why can't they think of names for these Marvel superhero chicks?
Wow.
Like Captain Marvel and Marvel Girl.
Well, I mean, it was 1963. What are you gonna do? Yeah.
They made good ones after that. Storm was a good name.
But she was first before Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel, so I mean.
Oh yeah, she was
She was the
before
first
Captain
Marvel
Marvel also.
Yeah, well, Miss Marvel. Well, Captain Marvel is a dude, and Miss Marvel's the girl version of him. But then the girl version, when the dude version died, she became Captain Marvel instead of Miss Marvel. But that was in the 70s. Yeah, Marvel Girl was the first Marvel name characters.
Well, yeah, she's original 5 X-Men anyway. Were they always fucking?
Cyclops.
Her and Cyclops?
Nah,
Like they came in fucking and shit.
yeah, it was very early on. It
First
wasn't-
scene of the comics, you know.
There was a thing like, the sitcom thing where it's like, oh, they like each other, but they're not saying anything to each other for a little while. But it was pretty early on that they were like, all right, let's just get them together. Let's not play this game for too long.
They've been monogamous for so long.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go to the dentist here in about 45 minutes, get a cleaning. So
Clean your teeth.
gonna have a lot of fun.
Wash your teeth.
Yeah, wash your teeth, boy. All right, I'll see you guys in an hour or two. See ya.
Fuck, I can't take a picture of this thing. Yeah, well, fuck it.
Yeah, weren't we talking about this? Like almost every original X-Men like changed form or something.
Just Beast? Who else did?
Angel.
Oh, Angel did. Yeah, he turned into Archangel, and then there's Beast.
Iceman was always the same, right?
Iceman's always the same. They did eventually, like in the later ones, they gave him a different look where he has like spikes or like they turned the ice around him into armor with like spikes or shoulder pads and shit. But that's just
Jean Grey has transformed, I guess, right? She's died and
well, she turned into she became the Phoenix.
Phoenix. And...
But that's not really like that much of a physical transformation. Really.
No, I know, but you could count
Yeah,
it, I
it's
guess.
just amplified.
If you don't want to play semantics and shit.
Cyclops is the one who really hasn't changed.
Yeah, he's like, well,
He's still got to wear those eye things. He's never fixed that. Like that's never gotten fixed.
I don't understand. He was born as just shooting a laser out of him.
It's because of the airplane accident that.
Because I forget. Like I didn't.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Yes, because his parents died in an airplane, and there was only one parachute, so him and his brother had to use it. And when he landed, he landed on his head, and it caused like some sort of brain damage that doesn't let him control his powers, basically.
What did doctors do? They didn't do anything. They was just fucking blowing up shit.
Well, I mean, at the time when that happened, mutants were still kind of a new thing, and people didn't understand it. So I guess they didn't know how to fix that. So,
I had to do something.
Where's the part of they didn't know where the part of the brain was that controls mutant powers.
No, but I'm
think
saying like they had to
eventually
do something because just imagine like when it happens and he opens his eyes, just shit's flying out of his fucking eyes all of a sudden.
They've done.
I'm talking about in reality in the comics. Like,
They've done
it'd be
stories
weird.
of him like doing that and causing massive damage because he's like a he's a teenager. He doesn't know how much control do you have over your body as a teenager. Right?
Yeah. It's funny. Funny shit.
Oh my god, I can't take a picture of this. Fuck you, cricket. Rickety cricket. Oh shit, I'm totally off of where I'm supposed to go.
In Zelda.
Yeah. This game's got so much shit that, like, you start making your way to, like, a certain goal, and then you just get caught up on the way, and next thing you know, you went super far away from where you were supposed to go, because there's all this shit going on. All these distractions. Alright, so I'm going that way. I'll probably teleport. I don't know why I'm not stupid. Oh, that's not a teleport spot. That is. Yeah, I'll probably pay for another 20 minutes and end the stream. Do.
Is X-Men ever slated to cross paths with the greater Marvel?
Oh yeah, they just bought back all those licenses. They got X-Men and Fantastic Four back, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be bringing both of those in. I hope they do what I have always wanted, is for them to just fucking start the X-Men with the original 5. Like, just make an original 5 movie first, and then bring the other X-Men. It's always like...
Yeah.
The thing I had the problem the most with the Fox X-Men movies is they're not X-Men movies, they're like Wolverine starring the X-Men movies. You know, like they focus so much on Wolverine. It's like, fuck. Don't focus on Wolverine. It's a team movie. Like, focus on everyone in the team.
Yeah, all I remember about the X-Men is that they're not very memorable.
Really? Maybe you're young. But the 90s,
Yeah.
the 80s and 90s were huge for the X-Men. Like, everybody loved the X-Men back then.
Oh, I meant just the films. I'm sure the
films,
comic
yeah.
books were very, influential.
Yeah. And the cartoon, there was a cartoon in the 90s that everybody loved. But, one of the things is, the first 2 movies were very popular. The third one killed it, and then that's when everybody started losing their interest in the X-Men. The third movie was so bad. But now they brought them back, and they started doing pretty good too. But really, from the beginning, I've always been like, these movies are just okay, like, and they shouldn't be, right? Like, superhero blockbuster movies should be great, but they're just okay.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'd like to see them start with the original 5 X-Men. Start from there. It would make people want to see the series continue and see the sequel really bad if you don't bring in the later X-Men until the end of the movie, right? Like, finish the movie and then be like, oh yeah, here's our new students, our new team members. And then you bring in Wolverine and Storm and Nightcrawler and Colossus. And people would be like, oh shit, I can't wait for the next movie, right? And everybody get pumped. But, they don't give a shit about that. They want to give you everything right away. Ruin it all. It's like, if you give everybody what they want right away, then there's no reason for them to come back for a sequel.
Yeah, I'm one of those kind of brain dead viewers that doesn't know why these different movies work or don't work, but I seem to remember the ones that get better critical acclaim. Whereas the kind of film series and films that don't do so well, I don't remember at all.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think. Like, the original Fantastic Four, I remember seeing it, but I remember no details about it. I can maybe name the actor who played the main stretch guy. I don't even know what his fucking name is.
Oh, no, I don't. I know Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, was Human Torch.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's been 2 Marvel characters. He's been Human Torch and Captain America. And then Jessica Alba was the Invisible Woman.
Oh, yeah, Jessica Alba. I was thinking, like, did Scarlett Johansson play?
Nah, it was Jessica Alba.
Someone, yeah, Jessica.
Yeah, and then they made that more recent Fantastic Four movie that was a horrible flop, and it was just a mess.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
I didn't even see that one.
No, yeah, I saw like the first half of it and lost interest. I was like, alright, I'm done with this. This was just super boring. A mess of a movie. Like, it goes from scene to scene. It's just so messy. And very boring. There's like no action until the very end. What the fuck? Why does it keep telling me there's a goal here? I guess I gotta talk to that old thing.
Oh well, if it's Disney that has it again, or if it's that same Marvel studio that has it, that's I think they'll do it.
It was Fox. Fox had Fantastic Four and X-Men, and Marvel just got it back when they bought out 21st Century Fox.
Very nice.
So now they have all their properties back. I can't think of except for the Sony ones, but Sony's doing a deal with them to use the characters. So now Sony has the Spider-Man franchise licensed, but since the Spider-Man movies they were making they weren't flopping, but they weren't doing all that great. And the Marvel movies were doing fantastic. Sony was like, hey, you want to help us make these movies? It is your character. You can help us make it, and we'll split the money. And Marvel was like, okay. Yeah. So now Marvel's like, co-making the movies with them.
Oh.
Yeah. Is there any kind of a documentary out about like the creative people involved in Marvel Studios? 'Cause that's who you gotta like understand in order to figure out why their studio does so well in other studios.
I could tell you one name. The guy who's in charge of Marvel Entertainment, the film franchise, is Kevin Feige. That guy's a genius. He's been doing it from the beginning. And I think the reason why the Marvel movies do so well, especially now when Disney bought them, is because they were making those movies before Disney bought them, with Kevin Feige in charge of the whole franchise. And those did so well that when Disney bought Marvel, they were like, here's money. You know what I'm saying? Instead of putting their feet in it and saying, oh, we want you to do this and that, they were just like, here's money. Just keep doing what you're doing. Because it was already doing great. There's no reason, right, to change anything if it's doing great. So now they're even better because now they have the money to do whatever they want. Disney's just like, here's money, do what you do. And Kevin Feige's just he's been a Marvel fan his whole life since he was a little kid, so he's like the perfect person for that job. And he's the one who basically keeps the overall story and keeps everything together from all the movies. And he does a great job, right? I can't think of one Marvel movie that's bad. Some of them aren't as good as the others, of course, or some are just okay,
would argue,
but none of them are bad,
I might argue, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth or anything by not being able to shore up the argument, but some of the early Thor movies I thought were like kind of trash.
Yeah, I like them, but I mean, everybody's got their opinions. If it didn't catch your attention like it did with me, that's understandable. The thing I liked about those is what Thor doesn't really focus on anymore. They changed the focus on. But like with the first two movies, he was very much a fish out of water kind of character, and I thought that was funny. That was entertaining because he just didn't know. He didn't know things about Earth, so he's like all confused about it.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Captain America kind of has the same thing too because he was from the 40s, right? And then all of a sudden he's in current times. So, but they didn't focus on that too much with Captain America, like they did with Thor. Yeah, but I've heard that before. Yeah, you're not the only person to say that. Other people have said the first two Thor movies aren't that great. I mean, I like them, but I've always been a Thor fan. I thought they did a good job.
Besides Ragnarok, are there 3 others or just 2 others? Because I'm thinking the first one. Yeah, okay, just 2 others.
Yeah, it was Thor.
I mean, Ragnarok was that was really good.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. It felt like Guardians of the Galaxy movie, like the feel. I hope they keep that director because he's really good. I forget his name, but he's from New Zealand. He's really good. He's normally a comedy director. He makes comedy movies in New Zealand. But I guess that's why the humor was so on point in that movie.
Yeah, I mean, very, very funny.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I would note is that something that seems to be doing well frequently is sort of like an 80s, almost like cyberpunk vibe. Whatever it is, it's some like retro 80s feel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even the music was like that 80s synth pop kind of stuff. It's good. Very cool.
Whatever makes those kinds of noises or themes, I'm just drawn to it like a moth to it.
Yeah, synthesizers.
Don't know why that is.
Yeah, it was cool. The whole soundtrack is great. When you're watching that movie and you hear all that synth pop stuff come up, and you're like, oh, this fits the movie so good. Like, it's perfect. Very cool. Yeah, they did such a good job with that movie. That's one of my top favorites, probably in the top 3.
Here, I gotta answer the door real.
Yeah, go for it. Well, I haven't looked at the chat in a while, but I don't think anybody's chatting. Oh, just Travis. Remember when Riley J. Horseface Link was trans then? Yeah, I remember that. Was stupid. Oh shit, I wasn't looking at last time. The Fox X-Men movies, aka Wolverine and Friends. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like the movies should just be called Wolverine guest starring the X-Men. And then on top of that, they give him his own solo movies too. It's like, fuck, how many fucking Wolverine movies we got? The X-Men movies are practically Wolverine movies. And it needs to give him his own now. Yeah, but that was always one of my biggest problems with those X-Men movies, is they basically focus on Wolverine. All especially the first 3, those are all about Wolverine. Then they gave him his own solo movies, and then they rebooted it, and he didn't have much to do with the first one, which First Class, which was pretty cool. It's like, oh, finally didn't focus on Wolverine. But then they do Days of Future Past, and that's all Wolverine. Oh, fuck it. Yeah, and then Days of Future Past was all Wolverine, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why are they doing so much? Why is Wolverine such a focus in these movies? But it's because he's the most popular X-Men character. I'm sure it worked in getting people to go see the movies in the first place, but I think it'd be better to let the X-Men stand on their own first and then introduce Wolverine. Oh fuck, they restarted the opening over here. Alright, hold on, I just tagged something. Is it this one? Yeah, let's just do this. Yeah, but I'm glad Marvel got the X-Men back, because I've been wanting X-Men to be rebooted for a long time, because it's a franchise with a lot of potential that can be done really well and be great fucking movies. But you know, Fox was totally lost on what makes X-Men great, because they don't understand it. But Marvel doesn't fail with their movies, basically because Marvel created these characters. They're the ones who write about these characters all the time in the comics, so they understand the characters. They understand what makes the characters appealing. So I feel like that's probably what happened with Fox. Is, you know, they don't totally understand the characters, right? So they're making X-Men movies, and they're just taking like the basic premises and writing stuff. But it's like, yeah, there's something more to that basic premise that makes the characters interesting and appealing. Like, if you look at Cyclops in the comics, Cyclops is a very deep character. He's got a lot of problems to solve and shit like that, and they didn't do that in the X-Men movies and the Fox ones. They basically shat on him, and I think he's one of the big reasons why people hate on Cyclops so much, because everybody I know is like, oh, I hate Cyclops, and I think that's mostly because of the movies, because they made him out to be such a dick in the movies. And it's like, Cyclops, I mean, I'm not saying he's not a dick. He's kind of a dick, but not in that way. He's a dick because he's a leader of a team that has a serious goal. He's just a good military leader. He's a genius at military strategy and shit, and like combat strategy. And those are things they don't really exploit much in the movies. Like, you didn't see him work on strategy. You know, you see them leading the team, like taking them there, but he doesn't come up with these awesome plans that helps them defeat shit, you know? That's basically who he is. He's the Captain America of the X-Men universe, right? Actually, him and Captain America are very similar in personality types and leader type and shit. What is this X? I've never seen that. Maybe that shows you where you've died, I think. Alright, so the purple is up here. I gotta get up there. How can I get up there? Oh shit, that's super high up. I cannot climb that. It's gotta be... Oh, but there's a thing here. Oh, maybe that's the one. It's not the one. river. Well, here's another shrine, so if anything, I will do this shrine, and then I'll end it there. Ridahi! Alright. Yeah, I heard supposedly YouTube is closing down the what do you call that? The gaming section. Not that you can't stream gaming, but they had a separate channel, like gaming.youtube.com. I think they're closing that. People never even used it. I think people just watched games streaming on the regular YouTube page, because you could do that too. I don't understand why they made a separate page for it if you could use both anyway. Like, why even change to a separate page when you can just stay on youtube.com and do it there? It's kind of strange. Uh-huh. Okay, what does that do? Oh, that brings that. Is there anything I can get over before I get on that? Oh!
I'm just bad.
You back?
And I actually like this comment that some it's the hardcore gentleman. He calls the Fox X-Men movies, also known as Wolverine
and Fred. Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's what I was saying, how it's like Wolverine guest starring the X-Men or something. It's very strange that they would do that. Oh, it's not strange. He's the most popular character, so I can understand, but like I said, the X-Men were popular before Wolverine existed, so like focus on the team first, right, before you introduce these popular characters, because then, like I said, if you give everybody what they want right away, then the rest becomes, then, you know, how are you going to top yourself next time? That becomes a problem a lot with franchises and movies, as they try to go all in on the first movie.
Yeah, I mean, I hear you there. I don't know who they... I guess there are a lot of options. Like, I find myself thinking, who are they going to get besides Hugh Jackman? But there are really a lot of options.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there are. And there's, you know, there's all new actors and stuff you don't know that you're popping up. They might be good actors. You never know. They become famous often.
Just give them, like, mutton chops. It'll work out, right? Is that what Wolverine has, or are they called mutton chops?
Yeah.
Some weird kind of sideburns.
Yeah, mutton chops. I know Keanu Reeves just signed on. I don't know what for, but he just joined the MCU. He was just being looked at, but it just came out, you know, and it was coming out that they were saying, oh, Keanu Reeves is being looked at for an MCU role. But it just came out this morning that he signed on, so whatever role it is, he's in. And now they have Angelina Jolie too for the Eternals. I don't know how that's gonna work out, but that might be good too.
Yeah, I'm not aware of the Eternals.
Yeah, they're very obscure characters, but I guess that Marvel's good at that, bringing out those obscure characters that nobody really knows and making it big. Like,
I'm still waiting for Moon Knight.
Moon Knight, yeah, that might be cool. I think they're gonna do a TV series of that, actually, not a movie though. I've been hearing that they might do a TV series of it. Which might work out better. I mean, Moon Knight is like Marvel's Batman, kind of. I can see that working.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I can see that working.
Kind of like that.
I can see it working out as a series. That might be better for that character. Alright, I got the climbing hat. Oh, what's this? Oh, I see. I didn't even need these.
Alright, man. Well, I'm peacing out. Gotta go work. Good luck, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm about to end this soon anyway. Have fun at work, man. I hope it doesn't suck.
Well, I'll try, dude.
Alright, man. Later. Alright, I'm done with this. Let me just save it after I get out of this temple. I'll end the stream. Alright. Skip. I guess, how many orbs do I have now? 7. One more, and I can get 2 more upgrades. I'll probably get another heart and another stamina. Because I like the stamina. Alright. Nobody's really watching anymore anyway. I'm down to, well, 5 people watching. I guess my subscribers don't like Zelda very much, because they don't really show up too much to watch it, but that's fine. I enjoy playing it. Let's save this. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Catch you next time, and I got a couple projects I'm going to work on soon. And I think might be working with stuff with other people. I was talking to Blossom, who was on here earlier, talking to me about maybe watching one horror movie once a week and then reviewing them. So we might be doing that and doing like live stream reviews of horror movies once a week, maybe on Sundays or something like that. We'll make a day and we'll try to do it once a week if she's down. She said she was, but I mean, you know, you got to keep up with people sometimes and make sure that they are. And, you know, probably other people will be involved as well. But, yeah, I still got to continue Twilight Zone. I'll probably put one out tomorrow. I'll probably watch it now. And maybe I'll record it now and start editing if I don't have anything else to do. And the new reboot Twilight Zone, I did a review of the first 5 episodes. Now the last 5 episodes are out now. So that's going to be, I'm going to put one out for that. So if you guys are interested in that, stay tuned. I put out a video yesterday, too, if you guys want to watch that. So, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks, Travis. Have a good night. Or day, whatever time it is for you.